How startups can stop wasting time building features nobody uses. One of the most consistent patterns Humbleteam sees when working with funded startups across fintech, medtech, and SaaS platforms is teams investing significant design and development time into features that never get used, not because the team wasn't smart or the execution was poor, but because the core hypothesis was never properly tested. Speed of learning is one of the highest leverage advantages a scaling startup has. Here's the three-step framework Humbleteam uses with startup product teams to test hypotheses fast, before they become expensive commitments. Step 1. Make your hypothesis specific. Before any design work begins, Humbleteam pushes startup teams to articulate a clear, testable hypothesis. We think X will happen if we do Y. Vague assumptions produce vague results. A specific hypothesis, one that can be clearly confirmed or refuted by real user behavior, is what makes rapid testing possible. For startup CTOs, CPOs, and heads of product, this step alone often surfaces misalignment between what the team thinks users want and what the product actually needs to do. Step 2. Identify the biggest risk. Once the hypothesis is clear, the next question is, what's the single biggest risk that could make this fail? In Humbleteam's experience working with post-seed and Series A startups, the most common risks fall into 4 categories. Users won't see value in the product. It will be hard to acquire the right users. The product is technically difficult to execute. The business model is hard to monetize. Most startup teams jump to solving the most obvious problem. The best product design and strategy work starts with identifying the most dangerous risk, the one that, if not addressed, makes everything else irrelevant. Step 3. Deal with the risk directly before you build. This is where Humbleteam's approach to startup product design diverges from the standard agency model. Rather than designing a full solution and then testing it, we work with startup teams to find the fastest, lowest-cost way to test the biggest risk first. A real example from a project Humbleteam worked on: an art platform with thousands of active non-professional artists. The team wanted to attract professional artists, the kind who sell paintings for thousands, not just for fun. The first instinct was to redesign onboarding. Fewer steps, more automation, smarter forms. It sounded right. It would also have taken months to build, with no guarantee that professional artists would want the product at all. So Humbleteam asked a different question. What's the real risk here? Not that onboarding has too many steps, but that busy professional artists simply wouldn't bother trying a new platform at all. Instead of a redesign, we manually created ready-to-use profiles for a small group of target artists, uploaded their work, filled in their data, and invited them to log into a finished profile. No big release, no design sprint, just a fast, cheap test of the most dangerous assumption. Why this matters for funded startups. For startups that have raised a seed round or Series A, the pressure to ship is real. But shipping the wrong thing faster is still shipping the wrong thing. The startups that scale efficiently, the ones that get from seed to Series A and Series A to Series B without burning through runway on features that don't move the needle, are the ones that test the right risks at the right time. At Humbleteam, this framework sits at the intersection of product strategy and UX design. It's why our work with funded startups across fintech, medtech, and digital platforms consistently starts with strategy before screens, and why startup founders and heads of product who work with Humbleteam spend less time rebuilding and more time growing. The goal of any product increment is to test a hypothesis as quickly as possible. The faster you learn, the less you waste. Learn more about Humbleteam at humbleteam.com.